Says we are live. Let's see here. Yep, I think we're live. Let's just double check here. Oh my gosh, I feel so official. I have a new camera system. I've been using it a lot in my group. And the girls, I feel like I'm getting it figured out. Okay, here it is. So I just pulled it up. So now
I've been using it a lot in my
yep,
group.
It's working. Okay, I want to make sure you can hear me. So, hi. Hi. Okay, so I turned it down. And let's do this, and then should be able to see comments and people that are coming on to watch. So it's been a long time since I've been here, and I have so much to tell you. So I told you we've been busy in the group, and I thought I would show you some of the stuff because to me, I'm just going to show you some of it. I promise you 3 crafts a month in the group, and I was live 15 times last month, just to give you an idea of why I haven't been here. I've been busy over there. We've had some pretty terrific ideas. And so, anyway, I love to show you what we're doing. I know a lot of you want to be there and can't be, or don't have time, or whatever. But sometimes just showing you what we've made is, inspiration enough for you. And so one of the things that we made was this centerpiece out of a fuzzy bunny from Walmart. And then I did 3 of them. They were all a little different. And I used old finials, old spindles, things like that to prop them up with. And then here's like the front side of it. And so it's just a little bunny, and he's kind of jumping. It was on a wire. I covered the wire with old book pages. And I love how this one turned out. And I did a tray too, but I've got it in on my fireplace mantle. So there's that. And then this one, we plastered a big egg. Did a plaster treatment with some crackling and some dark wax. And then we embedded a photograph that we got off of Etsy, an Easter bunny, or I think this one came from eBay actually, but you can find the same print. It's not a photograph, it's a print. You can find the same print on Etsy, either way. And then again, used the wooden finial, and we used we used a lamp part for the base, and love how this one turned out. I mean, I hated that Easter was over because I didn't want to put them away, but I've left them out just long enough to come on live and show you guys these things. Now, probably my most favorite one is this one, where we came up with an idea of how to make our own plaster to use on fabric. And so this is an old clock, why do I keep saying that? This is an old lamp base with an old silver napkin ring. We painted them together. This is actually a doily that we used our plaster on. And then these are all lace, pieces of lace that we made into flowers. And they were flat, and we gave them dimension, and then our plaster made them hard, like you can see. And so this is probably my treasure. I didn't glue it in so that I could pack it easier, and it's not going in. I mean, it's perfectly gonna sit there just fine. But this one I loved so much. I think I've been messing around with some ideas to do this in maybe a wall hanging that I can leave out year round, because I love it so much, and I don't want to pack it away, but I can't leave an Easter egg out. But the flowers are fabulous, so I want to make sure you guys can see that. And then on the silly side, we made some sheep. We used wire and aluminum foil, and we very first did one with clay, and I wasn't as crazy for working with the clay as I was with the cotton batting. And so we did cotton batting and then added fleece. And, he's not the best sheep in town, but he's pretty good for me. I'm happy with him. So, and then we did this. We've just did a lot of really fun, unique things. I think, and I don't even think I've really added pictures for you guys. I've kind of really been MIA, and I'm sorry about that. It's just, it's, you know, life, and as long as I'm taking care of my girls, I'm good, right? So then off one craft night, Julie and I had a craft night, and we made a couple of tins. I got these tins off of Sweetwater Trading from Tara. And then when we were shopping, I think I did an unpacking from a shopping trip and showed you guys the blue bunny and mentioned that I wanted to put it on a tin. And I had this really pretty pin in my stash already. And so it just kind of all came together. And then my favorite tin, this is the last thing I've got pulled. Well, no, it's not. I got one more thing. Is this one. And I love how this one turned out. I luckily found a really old little cotton spun chick. I didn't make him. We could have, but we didn't. And then we added all of these elements to make this tin. So anyway, there you go. There's that. And that's my favorite one, I think, out of the two. I mean, I like them both. But you know me in blue, right? I don't have a whole lot of blue. I really don't have a whole lot of yellow, but I did make some chicks before last year in the group that are this yellow color. So I think next year I'll be able to do a nice vignette with some of those golden yellow colors, and it'll work right in and be fine. So then for this month, we kicked off in a great way, making clock faces out of old paint can lids. And so like you can see the old paint on the back of the lids. And so it was a pretty, like there's another color. I did this in a different color, but you can see like the crackle and the old paint. And so I didn't have a lot of luck drilling the holes for the centers yet. I'm sure you noticed that. And then I gave them the source for these as well. But so I drilled a couple, I drilled 3, and I think I'm gonna have to have my husband look at it better to kind of clean it up. Maybe he's got I don't know if there's some kind of a round file or something, but it's very jagged and the metal cans are sharp. And so I'm not super stoked about that. But I think these clock faces are gonna be great. You know, in our decor. I went around and shared them a bunch of pictures of them worked in. So this is like a pickle jar lid. This was, I think this was a marshmallow fluff from Easter. And then this is a quart can lid. And I love the back of this one. It's just got the best back. And then these were like sour cream and cottage cheese, like that kind of thing. So anyway, that was our big one for this month. And then I've got another one coming up. We're going to turn these Would You Bend sheets. These are just sheets of Would You Bend sawdust and glue rolled out flat. And we're going to create something with these that I think you're going to love. They're 3-dimensional. I think it's going to be great. So that'll be my my next up craft. Last night I finished a lampshade in there. Let me see if you guys, I'll see. Well, you can see it right. Where's my hand? Right there. Right. Right there. Right there. It's right there. And I on my own private time, I've been making snippet rolls. And so I used all of, I got them off of Etsy. I have been working with a lady that sells them on Etsy, and I gave her the sizes that we needed for the group. And so I got them off of Etsy. But anyway, so then I'm like, what am I going to do with all these snippet rolls? And so I decided to cover a lampshade and do something different than my keys that have been tied on there for so long. So anyway, if you guys are interested, I mean, I feel like I should help the girl on Etsy that was so good to me and help me get them all figured out if you want to try and make your own clock faces. It was called Heart and Soulful, S-O-U-F-U-L, Heart and Soulful. Write that down on Etsy. And if you reach out, or if you look at her thing, what do they call that? Her Etsy store, Etsy shop. You can find her clock faces there that they're just printables. So you can print them off. And because I wanted clock faces. I know a lot of the girls are wanting some clock faces, and they're very hard to find and they're very expensive. So Joe Hall, who's in the group, shared an idea with me, and I took it and ran with it in our group. So anyway, okay, so let's get to it. But yeah, now you're all caught up. You're all caught up with everything that you've missed. Ain't that great? So, okay, now I have this new camera system. So let me get you put down here. Let me know what you think about this. And here you go. So this is our project for today. I may come back on and do another one. I kind of have the whole day to myself. And so I thought I need to do a live in here so you guys don't forget about me. And so I have a customer. So we've had a couple sales in the group. Yes, I did, Joe. Yes. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Yes, from Sweetwater Trading. Yes, I had a Jack Sprat. Julie and I both got Jack Sprat and a Crescent tin from her. They were expensive, $20 for one and $18 for the other. And then we added all of our stuff. So these belt buckles you can find on, where did I get these? On Amazon for the most part. I would say on Amazon. And when we had our store, we used to make belt buckles and sell them in our store. And so I want you guys, let's see, I'll make sure you're in the camera. I wanted the camera to be where you guys could see, but I didn't want it in my face. So when I was talking, they kind of cross each other, you know. So, all right. So here we go. This is actually really simple. It's mostly the laying it out part that's kind of like, I got to get this right. So I think I've laid it out. I know exactly what I'm going to do. So this won't take, a terribly long time. But I'm going to take an old necklace. Now I have some necklaces on my website that have like little hang downs and things where you can get a little bit more out of it than just, the old rhinestones. But so we had a sale in the group and I pulled out some old belt buckles that I had made, forever ago, and I still had them in my inventory. So I decided to just try them in a sale. It had been a while since I'd done that. And I've been having my sales in our group. You can't really see it. Well, let me see. Am I too close? I tried to get close so you could see. There you go. Let's see if that's better. Is that better? Is that better, Julie? I can see what you're seeing. That might be better. Okay. Pull down. You can't see the buckle. I see it great big right here on mine. Okay, let me pull it down some more. I'm just gonna pull it down a little bit because boy, I can see it big. Okay, better. Okay, Julie. All right. So then I cut up this. Martha can't see. Martha? I don't know why you can't see. I've got myself in the corner. I'm out of the way so that here's the buckle. Right here, and that's what's on the screen, and I'm looking at right here. I'm looking at what you guys are seeing. Maybe turn your phone. If you turn your phone this way instead of this way, maybe you can see it better. That might help you. I don't know. Okay, all right, good. Okay, all right, we just need everybody to be able to be okay. So you can use E6000 or B7000, whichever glue you like, and then keep it on hand if you would happen to lose a piece by bumping it. You can glue it right back on if you're lucky enough to be able to save it, or you can just add another piece. This one will stay forever because it'll be embedded underneath. But I'm gonna kind of jazz up the outside of this a little bit. So yes, I'm making this for someone in the group that wanted one, and I had sold out of all of these plain silver ones, and all I had left was like the fancy colored ones, and she wanted more of an everyday one. So I told her I would make her one, and then I hadn't done it, and I just ran across it on my table, on my craft table, and I thought, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about Tracy. So I want to get this done for her today so I can get it in the mail. Okay, now the next thing I need to make sure, like when you're gonna wear it, you know, when you've got the back, you want to make sure that it's not upside down. I've made a few upside down, which work fine for the left-handed girls, but when you're doing your buckle, you know, you kind of like to pull, you know, from your right hand and strap it on. So, okay, so let's make sure, and then let me wipe this up a little bit. Let me get a baby wipe. My glue hadn't set up enough and I moved it. Okay. All right. So then I'm just gonna, so I need like a big thing, and I had this big pin. I dug through, you know, like this one's way too big and this one's even bigger. And this one would work. This one would actually work really well too. But I kind of like the vintageness of this one, and I don't know, it's just more interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the one I pulled. I sat here before we went live and was kind of trying to figure which one I wanted to use, and I think I'm gonna use this one. Okay, so let's get this pin out of here, and I'm gonna try and break this off just because I don't want it that tall, you know, that little bit is just really tall. And then there, I got that pin off, and let me see if I can break that a little bit more. Oh yeah, there, wow, I really got it. Okay, so make sure I don't have any questions. So this camera system thing has been working out really well in the group for letting people be able to see what we're working on. So as long as I keep it in the camera, right? As long as I keep it in the camera. So, okay, so I want to put all of the points that are going to be touching here, need glue on them. So it looks, whoops, I took the lid off, or put the lid back on. So I'm going to go here, here, here. It looks like this was hitting. Here, and this might have been hitting too. So let me see. Okay. Okay. My other thought, I pulled some coins. Old coins make, this is from France, and this one is, I don't even know. Probably, I don't even know. I can't. It's 20, whatever it is. 20 centavos. So I'm going to guess it is Mexican. I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't even say anything. That makes me look dumb, doesn't it? So I'm going to put, I had to decide which end I wanted up, and I'm going to put this down here. I should have put that underneath. But see, it just kind of adds another layer. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I think I want this one underneath here. I'm going to lift this up and situate this one underneath. Hopefully you can see me here. Get it. Yeah. Okay. So let me take it up here to the camera. Let me see what you guys are seeing. There you go. There's where we are. Whoops. There's where we are. And that just gives a little bit, since there's so much open space, it gives a little bit of something to see behind that. Hi, Debbie. Okay, so now I've got, you know, more, I've got a lot of pieces laying here. I don't know exactly what all I'm going to use. This is an old rhinestone button. So let's see, I'm thinking, that might be too big. I'm going to lay that there. Let's try, this is an earring. I don't know how old it is because it's a post type earring, but it's definitely got the look. It's definitely got the look. So it's a little bit smaller. So yeah, I kind of like this up here better. So let's do that. And it is hitting across the top and across the bottom. So let's see about tucking that in right there. And then if this, oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's shove this in. And it's really almost like doing a puzzle in a way. It's just a matter of putting all of the pieces where, you know, where it looks the best. Okay. I'm dripping here on my tile. I guess I could get this trash out of the way, less for you guys to figure out what it is. Okay, now let's keep moving here. I have this big piece. I'm not sure. It's a shoe clip. It's an old shoe clip. And I kind of like it, but don't want to stick it out. I don't want it to stick out too far for her. Yeah, this makes, like, it would get caught on something, I think. I love this. I don't think I'm going to use it. Let's see here. And then this one, yeah, this one can go on. This is another button. So you can see, you know, the buttons have the hole and the earrings have the clips or the, you know, the posts. That's how you can tell. So, okay, keeping it all kind of tight and knowing that she wants it neutral. I thought about adding a key. Everyone likes a key. If I do that, I kind of have to change up where I'm going. Let's try a little key. Let's see, what would a little key do? Ooh, I really like that. Let's get that little key in there. I really do actually like that a lot. And I always try to put old, you know, old keys in my projects. So let's just see. Okay, so let's get that key in there like that. This key is going to be too big. It's going to go back to the key drawer. Then I have this one, an emerald. You would like to see an emerald? Emerald? Or the cut emerald. Okay, gotcha. Another button. It is another button. Okay. So in this one now, she's got, did I glue this one yet? No, not yet. Okay, so I'd rather, since that one's a little bit bigger and thicker, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so this one, again, yes, because it's got a different cut to it. Hi, Lisa. I'm going to add this one, and I'm just putting the glue on the high points. Now, the reason I like the B7000, they're both, you know, jewelry glue, E6000 and B7000, and all of our other buckles we did, yes, this emerald, we did use the E6000, but B7000 since has come out, and it's got such a tiny little tip. It's a little bit more, ooh, I like it on top, actually. It's a little bit more easy to control. It's not such a huge glob. So I really like that about it. Okay. So there's that one. Now okay, let me show you what we've got. And then this will lay here all day. I'll probably pack it up and get it out Monday morning. This is Friday. It'll be fine to pack up tonight. I might be able to get it in the mail to her tomorrow morning. It should be good. I just want that glue to get extra dry. Now, and I could be done. I really could be done. I think it's great. But I see a couple of holes. There's a hole there. There's a hole there. Maybe a little hole there. So I've got some single pieces. Those all look kind of big. I used to have them in a bag. I must have, yeah, here they all. I've got all these little rhinestones separate. They're like buttons. You know, there's the hole for them. And I used to have like teeny tiny ones too, and they were in a bag, and my bag is not in here anymore. Is it? No. Oh, those might be good. So I must have just dumped them. I must have dumped them out. So this might be good because it's a different shape. Let's see about this. Hi, Monica. Thanks, Janet. So this one's just a little square. This was a bracelet. It was threaded through. I'm not sure how old it was, but it was broken. And so, so I just put them in a bag. Here's my treasure box you guys were wanting to see. And it's kind of, I've got kind of a mix. So here's that bracelet that was all broken. This is one of my most favorite pins I've ever bought, and I've never found the perfect thing to do. It was $29 cost, so I overpaid, but I was always going to put it on a belt buckle because I love when they move. when you put it on your buckle and there's some movement when you're walking and stuff. It's just beautiful. I know I overpaid for that. There's not a whole lot in here that I overpaid for, but that is one piece that I did. This is just a pair of earrings. That doesn't need to be in a bag. See, that's what happens. And these are little seed beads. But I've got little earrings. You know, there's just all kinds of jewelry pieces. Just all kinds of stuff in here. This is something I've cut up, you can see. So, look at these. This is neat. I didn't even know I had that. Little wishes in a glass. That's cool. I didn't even know I had it. So that necklace can go back in there. Okay, so let's finish this up. Oh, good. I'm glad. We've done buckles for years and years, and you know, aw, yes, when she dressed up for Christmas. Aw, that's so great. My glue is really leaking. Okay, so let's get back to this here. Let's see, maybe I need to drop that square right there in that opening because I see a little smear of glue that kind of bugs me. So am I in camera? Almost not. What do you guys think of this camera thing that I got going on? What do you think? In the group, I was like, you guys, when I put them down, I'm like, you don't really need to see me, but yet they were like, well, we want to see you too. So this is what I came up with, where I can get you closer to the project, but yet still see me, and it's not upside down and all that stuff. So yeah, this is what we came up with. Let me know what you think. I need to be selling them on Etsy. I don't know, Joe. I would love to. I've sold so many over the years. One of the girls needed one so bad. She's like, I'm meeting my sisters in Florida and I need a buckle. I want one of your buckles. And I didn't have any left. And so I sold her one of my personal buckles. And she's like, oh, I love it. Love that you wore it too. So, you like your camera and getting, okay, that's what I thought too, Brenda. I think it's kind of neat to, when I've seen the other ladies doing this. Of course, I invest in this thing, and then they say they're not letting you do any more third parties, so I don't know if a camera app counts as a third-party app or not. I'm not sure. Oh, that's good, but it's not shiny. It's not super shiny. Let me see if I can clean it up a little bit. I've just got baby wipes here. A little bit. You know, they're old. You have all your mom's crystal. Oh, how neat. And she wore on New Year's Eve. Great. Good, 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 Debbie. Good. Yeah, it's kind of like your, can I make the work area bigger? Yeah, I can just lift it up. I just have to lift the camera up. Let me see. Here. There you go. There's not really, I mean, the project is just so little is why I had it down low. Because the project was so little. Oh, turn your phone. Carol, look. If you turn your phone this way, you'll lose the comments. Let's see, can you get the comment? Yeah, or you can hit the, okay, wait. Let's see, how do I get it back? Ah! Hang on. Okay, there's an arrow right here, and you can move it over to be able to watch the comments. Or you can do it this way, which is how I have it because I'm watching the comments. But yeah, if you turn your phone sideways, oh, for Pete's sake. There you go. Then you get the whole, oh, where are you? There you go. Then you get the whole video. See that? Instead of that. This is probably what you're seeing. So if you remember to flip, you know, to turn your phone or your iPad or whatever, you'll get the whole big part. Okay, so let me put it back on here. Let me know if that works, Carol. That should fix the problem. So, okay, let's go. I got another little hole. So these, if you find single little rhinestones like this, grab them. They're usually sold like by a bag. You can buy the bag of them. grab them. You may not touch them for months, but then when you need a little filler inner thing like this, it's perfect. And they're great to have. The only other thing you could do is take your necklace. Oh gosh, I don't know which one I cut up, but is take your necklace and cut off a gem. Take an old necklace and cut the beads off. It's just that they're very small. So you would, let me see. So you put glue on it and then drop it down in. Like I'm going to see if I can get it in between the key there, in the hole of the key. There you go. Just in case. I need to wipe that glue off of there. There you go. Just in case someone looks down in there and sees that. Now that didn't, oh, I didn't put any glue on it. I just set it there to see what I thought. Okay, I think I like it. So let's do it. Like, why did that come out? There we go. So that one may not stay. I think I'm going to mail her a couple extra because that one may not, it's not got a whole lot to grab a hold of here. I'm just looking to see. Get a little bit up here. That'll grab that. Okay, because I mean, it's a statement gem for sure. It's a nice big one. It's this one right here, but there's not a whole lot for it to grab. So let me see if I can do anything about it. If I had a little, I know, maybe another one of those square pieces. Let me see. And then I think I've got to stop. I don't want to get it too far. I don't want to do too much to it. What the heck is that? Oh, I've got an earring in there. Okay, let me see about putting a square piece like this. Yes, and that will give one more thing for that buckle to grab a hold of, or that rhinestone to grab a hold of. Okay, so let's get this one down. I'm going to overlap that key just a teeny bit, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the side of that, and then I'm going to butt them together like that. There we go. Now it's got something to get a hold of. Oh, Becca, well, you can catch the replay. Do you not get my notifications? I'm on Telegram at Tammy Loves Vintage on Telegram, and I also have my texting service still. I haven't gotten rid of it yet. I was really all hell-bent on getting rid of it, and then I decided not to. I know it's expensive, but it's a great service. So if you text, this is the great thing about this system is my phone's free, and I can do, you know, all the things. So 740 27, or what is it? 4026. What the heck is my number? Hang on, let me look. I'll let you guys see what I'm doing here, because you're probably like, what is she doing? Okay, I'm on my phone. Let me see what my community number is. I don't want to give you the wrong number. 273-6693. Okay, all right, where were we? 74027. I didn't think that was right. 273-6693. See how long it's been since I've been live? Let me put the little dash in there for you. There you go. So you can text me and just say hi, and then that activates the system that you want to get texts from me. We think you might have entered a phone number in your comment. You can choose to send this as a message. Your comment will still be visible. Yes, post anyway. Okay, gosh, I've never seen that before. They don't want you to put a phone number in. Oh, Facebook, my goodness. Okay, you guys, so that's all I have. So anybody that joined late, go back and watch the replay. Just the first few minutes, I shared like all kinds of really neat really neat things that we made in the group this month already, and last month, some of the things, and they're really great, and they might inspire you. So you could screenshot as you're watching, screenshot and put it in your folder. Like if you save your pictures like I do, I try and put ideas, you know, in the spring folder or Easter folder or whatever. I try and categorize them through Google Photos. And so it just automatically saves every picture on your phone. So if you get a new phone or whatever, you can, you know, your pictures will just go. You don't have to worry about losing them anymore. They'll always be there on every device that you have Google. Like, I love it. So anyway, that's what I do. So you could just save them for next year when you're ready to do, you know, spring projects again. So anyway, you guys, that's all I have. So there was one more thing. One of my followers had asked me to show them how to make this, this teacup. So I had shared an idea from someone on, it was probably Pinterest, I don't even know, how they took a cup and saucer and they put the nest. And, you know, it seems so simple to me, but there are people that, you wish you wore belts. Yeah, that is, you do have to do that. Now I do, my friend Shayla, she has a couple of them and she puts them in a dish. She's got white buttons in a gold dish, and then she lays them like for display because they were so pretty, like little pieces of art. So she bought a couple of them and does that, and they're very pretty. They are very pretty. I used to keep them all hanging in my bedroom. I bought a thing of hooks, and I had all the different colors. I have a purple one, and I have an Ohio State one, and I have a nautical one, and I have black and silver, black and gold, you know, all the different things. So yes, how about I just, I don't know that I can actually. Let me see if I can just bring you my lampshade. But anyway, so to me, this seemed kind of simple, but she was really sweet and really didn't know how to do it. But they put a piece of doily or lace or something in, like to flip up at the top, put a little nest in there with some eggs, and I forget, I've got to look, probably some little flowers, and then they made a little banner that said spring, and it was super cute, and it's set on one of those cup and saucer hook deals. So when I was out shopping, I found this one, Royal York bone china, made in England, and it's number 855. So I thought I was showing you guys in that camera. I still have to learn this system. But anyway, it needs cleaned. But I thought it was a nice neutral cup and saucer. So I bought it when we were antique shopping at the last show. So let me see if I get this off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so this is an old, oh gosh, I think I'm going to have to, I'm gonna get rid of that camera, okay, for a minute. So this is, now let me see what you're seeing. This is an old tractor gear shift, and I chose it because it was so tall. This sits down, this lampshade, the finial part sits down, so I need something tall. So I just put that on for the heck of it last night. So I E6000'd it. That's why I was like, I'm not sure I can get this thing off. But so these are just strips of lace. Michelle at the Vintage Daisy does these. They're called snippet rolls. And I didn't do it on camera because that's her thing. And she's, you know, she's in my group, and I just want to let her have her thing. I know she didn't invent it, but you know, she introduced it to me, and I want to be respectful of that. So then I took it in the group and embellished it last night, and we added buttons and snaps and old measuring tapes and pins and hooks and all of the things. So let me, if you guys want to see, hang on a minute and let me show you. So as I've been crafting, and when I have pieces left over, this is called my snippet drawer. You can see it says snippets, lace snippets, and I literally put any little pieces that I would typically have thrown away, and I started saving them, everything. And so this is just what you would call little bits and pieces, okay? And so I'm calling them snippets. All right, so then, let me get this. So then, I fired up my sewing machine, which is not my thing, but I did, and I'm very proud of myself for it. Because sewing is, I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't want to bump it while it's drying. So anyway, this is then what your snippet roll is. Okay. Kathy can't wait. Talk softly. I'm watching from, she's just texted me something. Let me see what she, I'm supposed to talk quietly. She's at work. Oh. Okay, Kathy. Shh, don't get Kathy in trouble, you guys. Let me get back to Facebook. Oh, that's fun. Yes, go Bucks, Janet. So, okay. I needed something cozy. It was another rainy, yucky day in Ohio. So I added the hook. Well, you guys want to see the other let again? Is that better? Let me see. I got so much stuff in the way now. But that's why, let's see, I don't want to shut it off. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This might be better for you. So it's got the hooks. And see, I just took a strip of a thicker fabric and just started sewing, and my lines are not straight, nothing. And I just started sewing pieces, and then the buttons I glued on later, after. So I went through and sewed the big pieces first, okay? And then I went through and added all the little ties and little strips and things like that. So I put this big square on first pass, and then I took it through the machine again and added little pieces like this. But look how much impact that little scruffy thing added, just because it's just hanging there. So if you could imagine, this was just plain, and then I ran it through again. I've got a string there I don't really want. And then these are what I wrapped the lampshade with. This is a snippet roll. So then I wrapped my lampshade with my snippet roll. And then I got really fancy. And I cut up an old quilt, and I made snippet rolls out of an old quilt. And then I added, you guys know I don't have a whole lot of colored, but I did have some colored buttons. So this one was all velvety, and I love the velvet. Actually, I don't like how that just flipped up. I'm going to tack that down. This was a sleeve off of a shirt. We found the perfect shade of green at one of the shows. They had a green velvet shirt, and so we bought it so we could cut it up and have the velvet. Cheaper than buying squares of velvet. Anyway, so there's that one. And then this one was an old quilt, and it was ugly, but it was cheap. It was what they call a cutter quilt. So a cutter quilt is where they it's really frazzled and tight, like a bunch. I didn't use any of it. It doesn't look like, not on this strip anyway. Let me see. I know I used a piece of it. There was a bunch of it that was just shredded. I know I used a snippet of that. This one's more velvet. And after I did these, I had someone message me and want peach. She said, if you have any peach buttons, and look, I've got 2 awesome peach buttons, but I'd already glued them on, and I would probably never be able to get them off. Look, I had all kinds of them, but I had already done it. I had just climbed into bed. It was only like 9:30. I went to bed early. And I can't find, but it was just very shredded like this. Lots of the patches that were the satin had just gave way to disintegrate. And it wasn't pretty fabrics either. I mean, this with this is just too quilty for me. I'm a little bit more matchy. And then like this satin piece, and it was all flannel backed with this flannel stuff, and I don't know, we didn't really love it. I did love this lining in between though, and I did take it out and use it. Like right here's a piece of it. But anyway, so you're not locked into just doing neutrals, but that's of course my thing. And then when you have little pieces like this left, you could put paper on it and fold it and make a card. You know, you could make a little card with it. You could make a bookmarker. We were throwing out all kinds of ideas in the group the other night about what all you could do with these things once you made them. And then one of the last things that was mentioned was this lampshade. And immediately I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to change my lampshade out over here. So that's what I did. So anyway, let me see. Let me put you guys back here. So, okay. So that's all I have. That's a lot. If you watch it from beginning to end, yeah, I caught you up like a whole month in one video. So I think I'm going to clean this mess up, and I'll see if I can't pull the picture from this cup and saucer and see if I can't get some things together to do that real quick for whoever it was that wanted to see it. I don't remember who it was, but I did make a note to show that. So again, it's another silly little video, kind of like the buckle, but there's got to be someone out there that wants to see. So yeah, be sure you watch the replay, Rula. I did share a lot of good tips, and I haven't been on for a while, so not many people got the notification. You know, Facebook always punishes you. But like the other girls, it is, I just got another text. So yes, I can show you the lampshade again. And if you're interested in joining our group where all the good stuff happens, and I am faithful to those girls and I'm in there as much as possible. Actually, I had one girl leave because she messaged me and she said, I love everything, but I don't have time to watch it all. And usually I do 3 a month, but we've just been on fire the last few months. So I've been giving. So I don't know, maybe I need to back it down, but everybody else stuck around. So, you know, just one girl, it's okay. And maybe she'll be back. That happens too. Sometimes people go and then they come back because they don't, the FOMO of what they're missing out on. But so here, what camera do I have? This camera. So here's an up close for you. But okay, so just go to Tammy. Let me show you what to do. So there's an up close of it. Okay. And I just glued it, like there's the seam of the lampshade is back here. So I started each piece right here and went around. And when they met, you can't tell, but I wasn't sure. So I didn't want them, I thought about starting it randomly everywhere, but I really like it. You can't tell, but I'm glad that I was thinking that way anyway, just in case, because what a mess if I randomly put it start and stop and went around, that would have been bad. So let me show you one more thing, if I can figure this out. So let me flip you back down. And so on your phone, when you get out of this live and you go to the top, now I'm not sure since I'm the admin. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, so let me show you this. So when you get out, here's my page. Hi, that's me right there. Whoops. Yep, that's me. When you scroll down, you will see the very first post is right here. And when you click on that, that takes you everywhere. See all of these things? These are all like my things, my links and my places. And so you can join, let me see, do I have a separate one for my group? Yeah, Tammy's Making Creative Group, Creative Membership Group. There you go, Tammy's Making. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4th one down. The first one is notifications for Telegram. If you can't find me on Telegram, the very first one is that. The next one is my Amazon shop. And I keep thinking someday we're going to sit down here and we're going to go through my Amazon store, because I feel like there are, especially the gadgets tab, there are some really great, like there's that great shopping bag. This was a really great, I saw it on TikTok, how they were saving space in their closet with a hanger to the front and the back of the rod. The dimmer switch for your lamps. I can go on and on and on. All of these are just gadgets that I use or have seen someone use. There's my sink brush, the little step stool at the little house, the metal hose, the fabric sorter or the laundry sorter, some toys. I have these in my car. I bought them for my kids and my friend and my husband. There's the trolley bag for when you're outdoor antique shopping, the Rollster. It's an awesome bag. Oh, I've got that in there twice. Huh. Whoops. Oh, I need to take this out. Don't buy this door lock thing. It did not work. I need to take that out. Okay, I'll make a note and go straight there now. It didn't work. I got it. Thought it was going to be the greatest thing, and it didn't work. So many things, you guys. Just you can see. Oh, and the shower cleaner is the best. You spray your shower first. When you get out of your shower while it's wet, you spray it, and then you go back that night or the next morning and wipe it down. And it is amazing on glass. It's amazing what it does. That is the best picture frame. Like, we need to do this, like where there's how you make your creamer frothy. Love that. Best egg cooker ever. Love that. I'm telling you guys, there's so many good things. This is my sink extender so that I don't have to have my dish draining rack anymore. I just lay that over the side of my sink and we lay our dishes right over the sink. So many things. I just can tell you. Oh, look at this spoon. The spoon hangs over your jar edge of your jelly on your table so that your spoon's in your jelly but it's not clear down in and getting the whole stem of your spoon yucky. Like, it's awesome. So I got this for my gardening. I got this for stirring stuff. You push on it and it spins and it mixes really well. That tote bag to craft on is only 13 bucks. I bought a loop to look at, oh my gosh, you guys, so many things. So many things. I have this to put my iPad on. Barkeeper's Friend is the best. We've done stuff in there with that. So anyway, I don't want to lose you all, but I just want you to know that just that one tab is like freaking amazing. And I have Christmas gift tab. So if there's anything you see and you're like, what is this? Or tell me what you think about it, screenshot it and message it to me and I'll tell you all about it. So anyway, because there's just too many things now and I'm not, but I love to share great ideas and great things with my friends. So anyway, you guys are my friends, so I'm happy to share. So remember, when you're done watching the video, if you just go to the top of my page, the very first post, the very first thing that you see every day, it never changes, is that. And you tap on the picture and it gives you how to get to my group, how to find my Amazon shop, how to find my website, like all the things. And most pages do have that, linked at the top for your guys' convenience. So anyway, there you go. That's all I have. I don't know if there's any questions because I hadn't been looking at the comments. Let's see. You have trouble finding seam binding? Oh, well, Debbie, go look that would be in my crafting, in my craft supplies section. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Yes, it's definitely your style. I'm live right now. Brenda, I'm live right now. To know that, see this button up here at the top? Where are you? See right here where it says live? When you're watching a video, if you see that, let me turn it and see. Oh, you don't see it when it's turned sideways. So if you see the live button, when you're vertical, you know that we're live. And if you don't see the live button, then you know it's a replay. You're welcome. Let's see. I'm glad you love it. And Rula says, wow, were you able to hang it lower? Yes, Mona. All I had to do, so Mona's in my group. So you guys just, yeah. So all I had to do was that pinchy part of the harp came right off. I didn't have to mess with the mechanism that held the thing like I did when I initially made the lamp to hold the weight of all those keys. And so I just put in a shorter harp squeezy part. I put in a short one. I have a whole bunch of lamp supplies, so I had one here and it worked perfect. So anyway, okay, you guys, that's all I've got. So I'm looking at the wrong camera. So there we go. You know how you get a new toy and it's like you love it, but yet it's like, you got to figure it out. So give me some grace. I'm sure eventually I'll be like a pro as long as Facebook will let me continue using it. We'll see. So that's always to be determined, right? So anyway, thanks for joining me, you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope it works out that I can come back. I will give you a message through text at 740-263-7793. I just typed it in there a minute ago, or you can, I'll tell you on Telegram when I'm coming back, and we'll do this little cup and saucer for spring. I'm going to go downstairs. I think in one of my baskets I have one of those where I can display it and show you how to hang it and all that stuff. So anyway, give me a little bit to clean everything up. I want to get my Easter stuff packed away. I've been waiting for a live so I could show you guys that stuff that I didn't want to put away without sharing. And yeah, I'll probably be back. See you later. Okay, now to figure out how to get out of here. Okay, have a great day. Bye. Okay, and in